Welcome to INCA TV. Now, I'm pleased to be joined by John Irvine, CEO of Wightfibre. John, thank you for joining me today. Now, Wightfibre's done remarkable things on the Isle of Wight with connecting people to high-speed broadband. Tell me a little bit more about that.
Yes, the project's well underway. We're about 7,000 homes passed out of an ultimate target of around 68,000 of the 71,000 on the island. That's going to be a very high percentage coverage. It's going to make the island one of the best connected places on Earth.
What were the challenges that you met while trying to achieve what you've done so far?
The single most significant challenge has been with the local authority in getting the permissions to do the work in the way that is optimum and least cost. Has created a lot of angst in the project to get there, and so it has taken a long time. But we are there now. The project is rolling out at quite a fluid pace, and of course, coupled with that was recruiting the team to actually do the build. I'm a telecom operator. I'm not a telecom builder of networks. So acquiring that knowledge and bringing it into the company has been a challenge too, because there's a lot of people around the UK trying to do the same thing.
Now, you mentioned about that challenge with local authority. Is that the type of thing that's facing and causing problems elsewhere in the UK?
From what I hear, it's absolutely a generic problem around the UK. A bit worse on the island because we have a very high percentage of Section 58 notices. Traditionally, historically, the solution to Section 58 is to leave them out and come back and do them sometime later. That's worked great for the cable companies over the last 20 years. It's not going to work now if we want the level of full fibre penetration the government is asking for.
Well, you mentioned it, the government and this full penetration of fibre. Is it realistic?
I think it's challenging. I'm not going to be the naysayer that says it's not realistic. It's absolutely incredibly challenging, especially when there isn't really a great deal of cooperation in the industry. Openreach is still seen as the enemy, and lots of alternatively funded altnets are asking for nirvana that won't exist, which is Openreach stop competing. So I think it will be a challenge to get anywhere near the 2025 target, but I think it's great to have that as an objective. Then fail slightly below that rather than starting off with a low objective and not achieving that either.
Now, you might disagree, but you've achieved remarkable things on the Isle of Wight. Can that be used as a model elsewhere?
I say sometimes the Isle of Wight is an exact replica of the UK demographic, as it will be in about 15-20 years' time. So we have a few more older people. It is a great place, a great testbed to see where this is going to go. So, give us another 2.5 years. We'll have that 95, 96, 97% fibre coverage, and then let's see how the island exploits that and makes use of it. It's got so many applications and so much potential, not just for all the traditional things we think of with broadband today, our streaming TV and streaming video and the rest, but let's take a really careful look at how this technology can help, for example, old people stay in their homes for longer rather than moving into a care home.
Well, John, interesting times. Thank you very much for talking to us.
You're welcome. It's a pleasure.